So we got the new iPad and you're wondering if you should get it or not. And here's my verdict on it. If you have the previous generation of the iPad, like I have right here, there is not much different to it than just a couple of cameras on the back. So short answer, no. Now if you want the detail, stick it around to the end of this video and I'll explain why I think that's the best option to keep your old generation iPad. So the new iPad was released a couple of days ago. Apple surprised us actually by releasing this iPad without no press conference, without nothing. They just went ahead and they released it. And it is a great one. There is a lot of new things with this new iPad that what meets the eye. But it's very limited. It's not a revamp of the iPad. The feel, the size, the shape, everything is exactly the same. The refresh rate, they say they have a better display technology, but to a naked eye it doesn't really matter and it looks the same. There is not much different to it. Now when I'm gonna get the actual iPad in hand, I'm gonna do a more in-depth review of it and do a comparison of side by side. Unfortunately, I'm getting mine through Verizon, and they didn't have it right at the moment that Apple announced that they had to catch up with it because everybody was surprised. And it's coming on April 1st. Now, if you want to buy it through Apple themselves directly, you could have it immediately as soon as the next day. Although with the stuff that is going on right now, I don't think they will ship it immediately. But you could have it within a matter of day or two. But for me, because I was buying it through my phone carrier, it came out a little late. First, Sprint had them out a couple days ago, then went on T-Mobile, and now it's on Verizon. I don't know about AT&T. I have not checked it, but I'm assuming right now AT&T has it for offering too. Now, in terms of a deal, I think Verizon has the best deal on the iPad because with T-Mobile, you have to pay about $700 down payment. That was for the 500 gigabyte version. With Sprint, you had to pay about $400 down payment, but with Verizon, you don't pay anything down. It's just 24 months, $60 a month. So it's not bad. Now, if you have the previous generation iPad, I don't recommend you upgrading to it unless you really need that wide angle camera system on the back or the AR technology, because beside that little thing, there is not much different to it. Now, why did I choose to buy it? First and foremost is because I want to share it with you guys and show you guys what's new with the iPad and do a comparison side by side. Second reason that I bought it was that my previous iPad was not a cellular version, and I made that mistake of going with the Wi-Fi only. And later on, I realized that that's such an hassle. I thought that I'm gonna use my mobile carrier, my iPhone, to tether back and forth. But it was really a hassle, especially those times that I had to use my phone and I wanted to watch something, or if I'm on a trip, I want to watch a movie, the data is going to be extremely high. But with Verizon, I pay about $20 a month for unlimited service, so no worries on that. So should you buy it? Not really. If you have really old iPad that is like 7-8 years old, like the previous generation, the iPad Pro first gen or the iPad Pro second generation, then I'm gonna say the upgrade is worthwhile. You see a lot of big difference. But if you have the iPad Pro third generation and you're wondering if you should upgrade to the fourth generation, honestly, beside the camera, there is no difference to it. Now, if you want better storage, if you're thinking that you had the previous generation, your storage was low and you want a higher storage, which in my case, that was another factor that got me to upgrade, then yeah, maybe that's right for you. Right now on my iPad, I have the 250 gigabyte version, and I'm almost capped at capacity. I'm at 210 gigabyte. I have about 40 gig left, and I'm thinking of using my iPad more in terms of editing and using it as my day-to-day computing system, because for the past couple of months, believe it or not, since the actually not couple of months, since the new iOS was released, I've been using my iPad more so in my day-to-day work, and I've been using my laptop as just a device to edit my video, and it just sits on the corner of my office without me touching it at all, and it's just doing its thing. So yeah, it's a great device, but not for everyone, especially for the price that they're asking in this hard times. I say save up your money, keep your existing iPad and roll with it, and know that unless you turn your iPad, there is not much difference to it. And if you are one of those type that you want to show off your iPad, I bet you if you go on Amazon, you'll find like camera stickers that you could slap on the back of your computer, on your back of your tablet, that looks like you have the dual camera system. But other than that, I really don't think it's a good time to upgrade unless you have some solid reason for it. Again, recapping it, if you want a better storage, if you're upgrading from Wi-Fi to LTE, or if you have an older generation like the first gen, second gen, or if you just have the iPad Air or something like that in this norm, then yeah, it's for you. But if you have the iPad third generation and you're satisfied with your storage and you're thinking you're gonna get something that it's gonna be extremely different, no. One of the reasons Apple didn't do a press conference for it, yes, it was because of the virus, but one of the other reasons they didn't do a press conference was that because there's not much different to it. Now you might say, what about the fact that it floats? Well, the iPad doesn't float. That's an accessory for the iPad. That's the new Magic keyboard that lets the iPad float. Other than that, the actual iPad does not float, and you could just get a stand for it. And I'm thinking that if you have that iPad, if you have the third generation, you could still get that keyboard for it and have your iPad floating in the air. But I don't see myself justifying of spending like about $400 for that new Magic keyboard that they have. But it looks cool. It's nice. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. Are you gonna be upgrading or not? Is this something that you might think of doing in the future, or is it something that you're holding off? And if you're updating your iPad, what is the reason that you're trying to update? Is it because you just want to look cool, or is it because of some other factors that you think it's important? As always, this was my verdict, and I'll see you guys on the next one.